had a special request for Albert and the Lion. Is that right? Right. Maria's favourite. Okay, here we go. You know about the Ramsbottoms, don't you, and Albert? Right. There's a famous seaside place called Blackpool, which is noted for fresh air and fun. And Mr and Mrs Ramsbottom went there with young Albert, their son. A grand little lad with young Albert, all dressed in his best, quite a swell, with a stick with an horse's head handle, the finest that Woolworth could sell. You remember them?
Yes.
They didn't think much of the ocean, the waves. There was fiddlin and small. There was no wrecks and nobody drowned. In fact, that was to laugh at all. So seeking for further amusement, they paid and went into the zoo, where they had lions and tigers and camels, and old ale and sandwiches too. There were one great big lion called Wallace, whose nose was all covered with scars, and he lay in a somnolent posture with the side of his face on bars. Now, Albert had heard about lions, how they was ferocious and wild, and to see Wallace lying so peaceful, well, didn't seem right to the child. So straightway the brave little fella, not showing a morsel of fear, took his stick with his horse's head handle and shoved it in Wallace's ear. Well, you could tell that the lion didn't like it. Could give it a kind of a roll. He pulled Albert in the cage with him and swallowed the little lad whole. Now, Pa, who had seen this occurrence and didn't know what to do next, said, "Mother, yon lion's just ate Albert." And Mother says, "I am vexed." The animal keeper was sent for. He said, "What a nasty miser. Are you sure that it's your boy he's eaten?" And Father says, "I'm sure, there's your cap." Says Mother, "Quite right, young fella. I think it's a shame and a sin for a lion to go and eat Albert and have to be paid to come in." The manager had to be sent for. He came and says, "What's to do?" And Mother said, "Yon lion's ate Albert, and him in his Sunday clothes too." The manager wanted no trouble and took out his purse right away, saying, "How much to settle the matter?" And Father says, "How much do you usually pay?" But Mother had gotten quite awkward when she thought where her Albert had gone, and she said, "No, someone's got to be summoned." So that was decided upon. So off they went to the police station in front of the magistrate chap and told him what happened to Albert and proved it by showing his cap. The magistrate gave his opinion that no one was really to blame, and he said that he hoped the Ramsbottoms would have further sons to their name. At this, Mother got proper blazing. "Ah, thank you, sir, kindly," said she. "What waste all our lives raising children to feed bloody lions, not me." Now it has a happy ending. You've heard about young Albert Ramsbottom at the zoo up at Blackpool one year, with a stick with an horse's head handle, gave a lion a poke in the ear. Well, the name of the lion was Wallace, and the poke in the ear made him wild. And before you could say "Bob's your uncle," he up and he swallowed the child. He was sorry the moment he'd done it. With children he'd always been chums. And besides, you know, teeth in his noddle, and he couldn't chew Albert off gums. He could feel the lad moving inside him as he lay on his bed of dried ferns. And it might have been little lad's birthday. He wished him such happy returns. But Albert kept kicking and fighting till Wallace arose feeling bad and felt that it was time that he started to stage a comeback for the lad. So, with his head down in one corner, on his front paws he started to walk, and he coughed and he sneezed and he gargled, till Albert shot out like a cork. Oh, Wallace felt better directly, and his figure once more became lean. But the only difference with Albert was his face and his hands were quite clean. Meanwhile, Mr and Mrs Ramsbottom had gone home to their tea feeling blue. "I feel down in the mouth like," says Mother. And Father says, "Aye, but Albert does too." Says Mother, "Just goes for to show you that the future is never revealed. If I thought we was going to lose him, I'd have not had his boots soled and healed." Says father, let's look on the bright side. What can't be helped must be endured. Every cloud has a silvery lining, and besides, we did have young Albert insured. A knock at the door came that moment as father these kind words did speak. It was the man from the Prudential. He called for their tuppence per person per week. When father saw who had been knocking, he laughed and he kept laughing so, till the young man said, what's there to laugh at? And father says, you laugh and all when you know. Says mother, oh really, you must excuse him, but really things happen so strange. Our Albert's been ate by a lion. You've got to pay us for a change. Now come, said the young man, you don't mean to say that you've lost him? And mother says, oh no, we know where he is. When the young man had heard all the details, a bag from his pocket he drew and paid them with interest and bonus the sum of £9, 4 and 2. Pa'd scarce got his hands on the money when a face at the window they see, and mother says, hey, look, it's Albert. And father says, aye, it would be. Now Albert came in all excited and started his story to give, and father says, I'll never trust lions again, or as long as I live. The young man from the Prudential to pick up the money began, and father says, just a moment, don't be in a hurry, young man. And giving young Albert a shilling, he said, you, hop off back to the zoo. Here's your stick with your horses at handle. Go and see what the tigers can do.
Yes.
What will it be on YouTube? What will it be under?
It'll be under. I'll put it under Stanley Holloway. I need to learn how. I'm kind of learning how to do it myself, but this is so putting up. It's fabulous.
Yeah.
Because the ones I've looked at, there's just still images,
Yeah.
and it's the original record recording.
Call this a monologue.
Yeah, it'd be like Albert and the Lion monologue, Stanley Holloway, something like that. I'm not an expert, but that's what.
Yeah, no, I just want to know.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Which of course, in those days was completely...
The Christchurch monologues maybe or something.
But in the end it goes through all the officers trying to get him to pick up this musket. And in the end the Duke of Wellington...
Sit down,
Just
sit down.
kind of getting me after.
Are you did you come to Joseph?
Yes, they were down a brother or two, so...
And it's all delaying the start of the Battle of Waterloo.
Asher.
Oh, very good.
Yes. So,
Who suggested it?
yes.
Yeah, it was me. Yeah, suggested it. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Anytime.
East Main Street. Oh, I'll stop recording now, right? Okay. Is it?